Many of the issues have already been touched upon by the previous speakers. So I think the only one thing I just like to add on to what they said is that when we talk about youth in agriculture, it's not just unique to the Caribbean. This is a worldwide issue that's concerning everyone, because there is a large number of youth coming into the economy, and a lot of unemployment in many of the countries that we work in, the African, Caribbean, and the Pacific. So it's not just the issue of food and nutritional security that we are looking at, but when you look at poverty alleviation and economic development, engagement in agriculture is a very critical aspect, because 75% of the poor people in developing countries live in rural areas. And in the Caribbean, I think some of the statistics we have is that young people, 72% of the young people live below $2 a day. So in terms of actually alleviating poverty, agriculture can play quite a critical role. So when we look at the long term, and especially when you see the rapidly increasing food prices and the challenges that this is going to continue because of many reasons, biofuel demands, changing consumption patterns, a large number of middle class people coming like into China and so on. Agriculture will continue to become dominant, and the food crisis is likely to continue in the long run. So I think we have to create that awareness, among the young people, that they should see it as an opportunity to engage in agriculture. So CTA's role basically is to help the regional initiatives by, CAFAN, CARICOM, ICA, and others, and at the same time to try and connect you with the other regions, so that there is a lot of experience you can share yourselves. There are innovations that are happening in the region, but there are also innovations in other parts of the world that you can learn from. So our role is to try and link up that kind of interaction, with the use here, with use elsewhere. So I think CTA has been proactive in doing that. As you know, we have been supporting a lot of the media activities. One of the reasons for that is to make sure that the media picks up on success stories and shares it with other people. The media can help in educating the public. The media can also help in getting the messages to policymakers so that they are aware of these issues and they try to seriously tackle, the challenges that we have. We have also done a lot of activities around the use of ICTs in agriculture, so to try and build skills for youth so that they can use modern communication technologies, the web-based ones like Facebook and other tools to proactively market their products on the, internationally or regionally and all that. So I've been actively engaged in building those skills, in developing curriculum, tools that people can use to train others. So it's not just that we organize the training course ourselves, but we provide the support and the tools so that institutions and networks can develop and use these tools. So we have done a lot of that kind of activities as well. We also try to build capacity of young people to actually engage in research. So we have special programs to support young researchers to communicate effectively, to get opportunities to do higher studies and all that. So I think that's part of, again, a package of our activities supporting the youth program. So for us, youth is a very critical aspect of our strategy, and it's what we call cross-cutting theme. So we try to mainstream youth issues in all of our activities, including in the area of policy, to make sure that there is policy awareness, the youth voices are heard in the various policy discussions, and this particular workshop is part of that effort to work with key partners like CAFAN, to make sure that your voices go into the discussion this week. So I think, as Jethro was saying, there is a lot of complaint even this week that there is so much talk and maybe very little follow-up action in terms of what's decided. So hopefully that you can come up with different kinds of concrete action to follow up, not just at the policy level, even for institutions like CTA, where you see opportunities that we can support you with in the future. So if you identify those opportunities, that will also help us to focus our programs. And as part of our strategy process, we're actually developing our youth strategy to make sure that we incorporate, the current challenges and all that. And in November, we'll be having a meeting of the various partners. I'm sure some of you will be also coming to that meeting. The idea is to see where are the opportunities, what are the challenges, and what can we do better to focus our efforts to support the youth in agriculture. So we very much look forward to the outcome of the discussions today, and I hope you'll have a fruitful discussion. Thank you very much.